last class we had completed with statutory protection of the paying banker. Today we'll be discussing about what is endorsement and what are the essentials of endorsement. Meaning, according to Negotiable Instruments Act, endorsement means the writing of one's name on the back of the instrument or on a paper attached to it with the intentions of transferring the rights therein. So remember, Negotiable Instruments Act. Okay, what does it define in endorsement as? Endorsement means you are ready or you are willing to transfer the rights of the particular instrument. It can be bill of exchange, it can be check, right? It can be any financial instrument that you are willing to transfer those rights to somebody else. How will you transfer the rights? By writing your name or by signing on the back of the instrument. Clear? So the person who endorses or transfer the instrument is called as endorser. So if check is written in my name, okay, and I transfer it to Deepak, okay, that means I am the endorser. Okay, on the check it is written as pay to Swati. Okay, so Swati is transferring to Deepak. Then it will be, I will be called as the endorser. To the person whom the instrument is getting transferred, that person will be called as endorsee. Clear? So in this example, Deepak will be the endorsee because I am writing his name on back of the instrument and giving my signature, saying that pay to the order of Mr. Deepak. Clear? So person who endorses is called as endorser. To whom it is transferred, that person is called as endorsee. Clear? Now let's look at an example. Mr. A draws a check to Mr. B of ₹1,000. Now Mr. B owes ₹1,000 to Mr. C, so he decides to endorse the check to Mr. C. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the yesterday's class, correct? Now A is drawing a check or giving a check in Mr. B's name, saying that Mr. B 1,000 only, right? And putting a signature and date and giving to Mr. B. But Mr. B, actually he's supposed to pay some old dues to Mr. C. Okay, so instead of Mr. B going to the bank and cashing it, then withdrawing it, and then paying it to Mr. C to clear his old dues, rather what he would do, he would endorse the check. Okay, so Mr. B was ready to, or he decided to endorse the check to Mr. C. So how do you endorse? By writing one's name on back of the instrument. So here B endorses his check by signing at the back of the check and writing pay to the order of Mr. C, and he signs his signature, his name Mr. B down. Clear? Once these details are written at back of the check has been endorsed. Clear? The check has been endorsed, and the check, once he finished signing, has to deliver it to Mr. C, give it to Mr. C. Then Mr. C will go and encash it in the bank. Clear to all of you? This is a simple example of what is endorsement. Let's look at the essentials. The first one, it must be on the instrument. Okay, any kind of endorsement that you do, any kind of financial instrument you want to endorse, it has to be on the instrument. Okay, the endorsement may be on the back of the instrument. If there is no space left, it may be on a separate paper attached to it called as a launch. So in case a particular instrument, okay, normally it does not happen, but in case, okay, now in this example that we just read, B is endorsing it to C. Now let's say C endorses to D. Understand? So you can do multiple endorsements like that. Usually it does not happen, but in case if it does happen and you do not have enough space on the check, okay, to endorse it further, you can attach a paper called as allonge. On that you can put your signature, put the person's name and then endorse it. Clear? So the first essential for endorsement is it must be on the instrument, that is on the back of the instrument. If the space is not sufficient, then you can attach a paper called as allonge. Second, it must be made by the maker or holder of the instrument. Now in this example that we saw, who is the holder of the instrument over here? A is drawing to B. So the check belongs to B. So B is the holder of the instrument. So who has the rights to endorse the check? Only Mr. B. Clear? Second essential is the endorsement must be made by the holder of the instrument. Third one, it must be signed by the endorser. Now you know, right, who is an endorser? The person who is willing to transfer the rights of the instrument. So Mr. B has to sign behind the instrument. Okay, if not his full name, just his initial may be sufficient along with thumb impression. So his thumb impression must be put on the put while making the endorsement, because it does not have to write his full name, because most of the names are like 2 or 3 names, right? 2 or 3 words contains one name. So instead of writing the whole name, you can just write the initial but put your thumb impression, okay, so that it is not forged endorsement or somebody has not faked it, etc., because thumb impression is always more secure than a signature. Correct? Fourth essential is it may be by the endorser by merely signing his name on the instruments or by words with an intention to transfer to any person. So you can just write Mr. C and then his signature. He can just write that, okay, by signing, or he can write it in words. Pay to the order of Mr. C. Can you see that example on the picture, right? Pay to the order of. So I'm going to write in full words, okay? I'm going to write it as a sentence and then put my signature down. It can be even done that way. That's the fourth essential. The fifth one, it must be completed by the delivery of the instrument. Now, as we saw in the example, Mr. B is endorsing the check to Mr. C. Now, just by signing, the endorsement does not become complete. When does it become complete? When Mr. B hands over the physical check, okay, the physical paper, the check to Mr. B. Okay, when is endorsement complete? Only when the instrument has been delivered. The last and essential, it must be a full endorsement of the bill. Okay, a partial endorsement is not a valid endorsement. Now, what was the amount given in this example over here? ₹1,000, correct? Now, in case Mr. B is endorsing to Mr. C the check only for ₹500, is it valid in the eyes of the law? No, it is not valid in the eyes of the law. Clear to all of you? A full endorsement is only valid in the eyes of the law. Okay, if the person is willing to endorse only a part of the amount or a part of the value of the check, then the law does not accept, or banker will not accept such kind of endorsement. So today we have studied about what is an endorsement, okay, an example of endorsement, and 6 different essentials of endorsement.